This is Rocky Truth, and you're watching the Rocky Truth Podcast. I remember one time I was at, I remember a party we were at, and my buddy was there with his brother. Well, I wouldn't say buddy, I'd say associate. He was there with his brother, and he was an active user, and I'd go ahead and say, he was an addict because he was doing some pretty heavy stuff. And his brother, he didn't do nothing but drink, and so we were at a party, and everything was going good, and I see that you know the one brother that used the heavier drugs. He was like, I could see in his mannerisms that things were wild. Like the way he would just look, like he'd always look off, like he's thinking, like it almost looked like he was just trying to, the whole time we're at the party, he's trying to score or whatever. He's thinking about how he can get his next fix. And at that time I didn't know what I know today, but that's exactly what it was the whole time. Well, his brother had ended up getting really drunk, and I was, I was, kind of worried about him because, like I said, the other brother was heavy on drugs, and I was wondering if he was going to be able to, or if he was going to even pay attention enough to help take care of it, being that he got this drunk. I'm talking about he got drunk to where he was stumbling all over the place, this and that, and the brother that was drunk, he always kept some money on him, this and that. He always had money on him, and kept cash on him, good bit from what I've ever had an encounter with him that I've seen. And so it was like he kept stumbling around and this and that. Everybody was kind of like, it was getting to the point to where it was affecting the mood of the party. Well, we were standing down. I was standing down the hallway, and his brother's in the bathroom, uh, throwing up, and he dug everything out of his pockets. The drunken brother had he had taken everything out of his pockets, and was like, it was like his pants were halfway down, like he was trying to use the bathroom, but then he ended up throwing up. Well, I see his brother, who is trying to look like he was helping him hold his head up or whatever, but there was money all over the floor. And I was watching his brother, and I kid you not, his own brother was taking his money and putting it in his pocket. And I'm thinking at the time, maybe he's just picking it up for him, picking it, maybe getting it together because he's too drunk to. But no, 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 no. I come to find out because a little while later, he had came to, so to speak. He started enough to where he was asking, where's everything? Where's my phone? Where's this? Where's that? And we gathered it all up for him. He's like, where's my money? And I remember it like it was yesterday. His brother looked at him, and he's like, you must have dropped it. And I know what I seen. He had taken all of his brother's money and told him that he must have been drunk and dropped it, and somebody picked it up. Or, there's no telling where it could be. Looking him dead in the eye, his brother, and telling him, and he took all of that man's money. And I don't know whatever came of it, but I do know that I wish I had have said something, but something prevented me from doing that. Something prevented me from doing that. And I just, I'm explaining to you guys about addiction. It's like his own brother. I mean, I've always lived by, I am my brother's keeper. Well, addiction can cause you to do that and turn on your, it's unbearable. And I just, it's always that's one of my life lessons that I've learned, and something traumatic that I've seen.